Alright, so here's our site, and if we look at the design that we're looking at in Mockflow, we basically have now a sidebar, but we need main content. And what I want is a content container that's going to hold both this, and we can do that if we just jump in here. And in header.php, we have the content container, but what we want to do in footer is we want to add this closing content container. So after main content closes, then it will close this. And if we save that and view it in our page, here's our page, and if we just view the source, you'll see that the content container opens here, and then right before the closing footer, it closes. So the next step is to jump into our index page, and what we want to do is here we want to add, here's a closing main content, opening and closing main content. So all of that's inside main content, and it comes right after the sidebar. So now if we view our page after making those changes, refresh, and we're looking at the about page, we have the content container, and then inside the content container, now if I look, I don't see, I got my content container, but I don't see the main content. Well, that's because I'm looking at the about page, and that's following the page WordPress. So if I jump to home and then I view the source there, I'll see that there's content container and then there's the aside. So after the aside, then I have main content. So when I make these changes, I've got to do it to the index page and to the page. So the page .ph. I have a bunch of stuff on this page that I don't need. Basically this div entry and this post meta. So what I did is I'm going to convert it from this to this. So I have my main content, I close my main content, I have my loop and my edit link, I end the while loop, and I end the if. And so now that I have that, and I save it, and I go back to this page here, I go to the about page, and I view the page source. I have the content container, then the aside, then the main content. So now both the index and the page.php are matching. Now the next thing is I've already done the float and the width on the sidebar. Now I'm going to add CSS for the main content. And the main content here is width of 600, float left. Just want to make sure that the 200 and the 600 do not exceed the 960, and it's just 800, and it doesn't exceed the 960 width of the total page, so that's okay. And then I'm going to add this, and what this is well, you'll see in a second. So I'm on the home page, and I see here's the sidebar and here's main content, but here's the footer. And this is a problem with clearing. And when you're learning CSS, the three hardest things to learn are positioning, specificity, and floats. And I'll add this link, which is links to tutorials on each of them. But with floats, it's evolved over time. And this is a Chris Coyier update on this, and it's called the Clear Fix hack. And this really will just save your life. And it's been updated over and over again. So this is all we need on modern browsers all the way from IE and up. And so once we add that basically to our page here, then all we have to do is go into our header and then add this class of group, and that'll match up with our CSS there. And just with that, once we save it and go back to our page, it should work. It should push this down to the bottom, and it does for both that and all of our pages. So that's pretty much it. So now we have a sidebar and main content, and our footer is not getting lost. It's getting pushed down to the bottom. So the next tutorial we'll do is validating our HTML5 and a site to check our CSS to see if there's anything we can do to improve on our CSS.